happy holidays, everybody. Welcome back to S.I.P.S. Today, we're going to have a conversation around holiday, and we're going to do a review on my new Christmas present. My lovely wife finally got me a bottle of Peerless Double Oaked from Total Wine. Been highly recommended. I mean, this is batch 21. I know that so sometimes you get into buying certain things and it doesn't really dawn on you that different batches and different barrels may have different flavors to them. So if you find that you like a certain bottle but don't like another bottle, maybe you should try to find the batches that you like best. So it does, I found that it does matter if you get inconsistent. I've heard that Peerless has some good consistency, so we'll try it. Soon to come, I'll do a blind review. If I like this, then I'll do a blind review of the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, which is one of my favorite sippers. We'll see how it actually pans out. How you doing today, Bern?
I'm doing great.
Merry Christmas to you.
Licorice and Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas to you too.
Awesome. Um, what is your favorite holiday memory?
Of Christmas?
Yeah, of holiday. Yeah, I guess Christmas, since that's what we're dealing with now.
I'd say my favorite Christmas. I think I was about 4 years old, and I got every doll I wished for, including Wizard of Oz, Land. I had the um, Yellow Brick Road, the Emerald City.
Were these like little figurines or?
Oh, they were dolls,
Oh, okay.
actual dolls, and I got the Barbie Town House with the Barbie Dreamboat. Um, then I also got a doll house. Um, it was a play school doll house, and I got all the characters and everything. So I loved dolls back then, and I think that was my favorite Christmas. Back in the day, I think we used to believe in Santa Claus, and we're upstairs in my
Y'all
brother's
believe in Santa Claus?
in the hood. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and
I always imagine Santa just couldn't come down those little vents. We didn't
we
have a
didn't care.
fireplace.
And so we were hoping to see him come in the sky or whatever, the sleigh and all that stuff back then, and fell asleep. And then we woke up and all these toys were downstairs, and we couldn't believe it back then. And I think that was one of my favorite times I can remember as a kid. And then, of course, your parents decide to choose a religion, and it changes things.
Yeah,
So, you know.
I totally understand that. I mean, one of my favorite. I mean, as far as Santa Claus is concerned, I didn't really believe in Santa Claus. There was a time where it snowed heavily,
Mm-hmm.
and we lived in Ohio, um, so it would actually snow on Christmas, and it was thick snow in the street. But because it was Christmas, nobody, Christmas Eve, nobody was going up and down the street. And I remember seeing somebody took a sled or something and pulled it down like a toboggan probably, and pulled it down the street and was walking in front of it. And I did imagine that maybe that was Santa's sled landed in the street. It was just somebody that was sledding in a toboggan and decided that they was going home.
But you thought
So
it could have been a
yeah,
Santa.
just
So you kind of believed in
fantasized. But that was
Santa.
a hot second. I was 5 years
Right.
old, so
Right,
yeah.
you did.
After that though, my mom took us. We would go to like Jacobson's and different department
Right,
stores,
right.
Sears, and she would say, "All right, pick up, tell me what you want for Christmas." I'm like, "Tell you, okay, all right," well, because she never said Santa was a thing. So,
And my mom
and
didn't.
spoiler, hold on. If you're watching this channel and you currently believe that Santa is a thing, then you should probably drink more of this. No, just joking. But sorry, spoiler. I've never seen him except at the mall, but it is what it is. But uh,
But as a kid, from like I remember from the time watching TV, we would see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
mhm.
You would see Santa Claus movies, and from being a toddler to 4 and 5 years old, we did kind of believe in that sort of kind of. I knew maybe it wasn't the white beard, but then I even had a grandfather back then who was uh Chris Kringle and the beard and all that, and would would give us toys. I mean, back then, Santa Claus was the spirit that lived in all of us, but it was an imagination that was created of a man who grew his beard out and just gave toys to those in need, and the reindeer and all that stuff. So imagination was everything for me back when I was
Right.
a kid. So yeah.
And that's as a child, Christmas, the toys. And see, I used to get hooked up because I like toys. Like I don't remember my brothers being that into toys. I like GI Joe and Transformers, He Man. I had them all, but Star Wars toys was my original first love when it came to having the Star Wars. Oh yeah, I do remember they did have Star Wars. Man, they had the 12-inch
Oh yeah,
Luke
big, yeah,
Skywalker,
huge GI Joe guys
and
too.
I still well he actually stopped talking about it. My middle brother Mike, um, he used to always complain because he said that he had a little R2D2 remote control thing.
Yeah,
And he said that I broke it by turning the head
you
around.
probably did because you weren't supposed to do that. The
Well, I
remote
don't even
control
remember
was
doing
supposed to
that.
do
Okay,
that.
well, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. But, I mean, at some point, I think I apologized for it, but I don't remember doing it. But Mike, I'm sorry I broke your R2D2. You were never the same after that, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, Christmas, one of my most memorable Christmas. There's this it's an AT-AT. It looks like it's a big robot dog looking thing.
I remember that.
My mom broke herself to get that thing because it was expensive for back in the 80s. I don't know, maybe it was $80, which is a lot of money for back then.
Mm-hmm.
And she bought me that and a speeder fighter. Oh man, we went to my grandmother's and I played with that thing nonstop for days. So it was one of the best Christmases. And we would enjoy food because my aunt Teresa and grandmother would cook these cookies. They were little pastry style cookies with like fruit in the
Jelly and
middle,
so
jelly
yeah,
in
I
the middle.
remember
Oh my
those.
goodness, some things would be good. And my grandmother would always make these caramel cakes that in my mind, this Peerless Double Oak would go perfectly with that caramel cake. No, anyway. Um, but yeah, that was Christmas for me. I really enjoyed it. As an adult, it's been more about the kids, and with our kids being away in Michigan, it is a little different with them being away. But we're empty nesters. This is what empty nesters do. We get hobbies.
Yeah, this is your
This
hobby.
is this is my hobby, and we figure out life. So yeah, the other thing that she got me was this cool little glass. Got a little ice ball, which my man Kevin we're gonna do an experiment on how to make clear ice if you have a good recipe or a good technique of how to make clear ice. Put it in the comments, share with it, and I'll try it out, and we'll see if we can get good clear ice. But it has a little mountain which is kind of cool being in Denver. Um, having a little mountain ice ball glass. So there's only one of them in here, right?
I believe so. I haven't over here open.
You know what? I mean, because what you gonna drink out of? This is just for when I'm sipping on my own.
But
Yeah, it's just one.
But we have ice balls, so I'll have my glass and you'll have yours.
Yeah, bubble wrap around it. Need to be clean, but it's nice. Thank you, babe. Nice little. So yeah, so I'll break that out. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do the unboxing or unwrapping of the Peerless and give it a pour and give it a sip and see what it's like. All right. All right. Get that out of the way. Ooh. Something about that experience, hearing that pop, makes it real nice. Got a nice cork to it. Oh wow, it's very dark. All right. So, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and when people do their tasting, they do what's called the nose, which is this is why they do this, and they put it in the Glencairn, and they smell it and see what it smells like, see what the first impression is. They swirl it around because it opens up some of those aromas, I think.
Yeah.
That's why they do that. It does change it. It gets more fruity. You sipping now, huh?
When you try to sip it, it almost causes you to cough, of course. But
now this is 108 proof. No, is this 108 proof? Does that say 108 proof? Because I can't. Yeah.
Yes.
Holy schmackers. So yeah, this is the highest. This is a higher proof than the Woodford Reserve, but it has a somewhat floral notes to it. Not floral, more fruity. What am I talking about? See, I'm not some. Why can't I say that word? Himalayan. Anyway, I'm not one of those, but I'm working on being able to give you guys more of a descriptive description of it. Did you already taste it?
No.
All right, let's do it. Let's get in. Now, the initial taste, there you can taste the oak, that higher proof. Like you said, when it kind of hits the back of your throat before you even get the sip in. Now the finish is the thing that your tongue is doing after, almost like the aftertaste. And it has a decent finish to it, but it's still very warm.
It's like cough medicine. I'm sorry, but it's like cough medicine. I'm not a really heavy bourbon drinker or connoisseur or taster or sipper.
She's doing this for me, y'all.
But yes, I am doing it for him.
Mrs. McClare being here with us.
So it is what it is, and I'm looking forward to being on this journey with Jonathan and to see what happens. But it just reminds me of cough medicine. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, some good cough medicine.
When I was a kid, yeah, it was really strong, and or I can see this maybe with
it's smooth though.
Something else to go with it. I'm of course, me being a woman and what we like to have with our drinks. For those of us that do sometimes drink, I could see this maybe after dessert with some chocolate. I have some chocolate raisins, so maybe
Some
some
tiramisu.
uh or
Mm.
chocolate covered cherries,
Ooh, yeah.
or a white chocolate brownie or something like that. Something really rich, and even for those far as even maybe. But do you usually have something like this after dinner, or what is this
I mean,
usually for a guy or for a group of people?
some people consider bourbon almost like a dessert liqueur.
Mm, okay.
You know, they'll mix it in an old fashioned. That's kind of a dessert situation.
Mm,
Um, so who knows? I mean, you do what feels good, do what feels right. Sometimes doing things just because that's what's common or what other people do isn't what this is all about. Like I named it sips for a reason. It's not gulps. It's to sip, chilling with your lady on a holiday or your guy friend or whatever you do. But at the end of the day, enjoy every sip. Until the next time. Cheers.
Merry
Merry,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.